Hello, everyone. Welcome to Phone-a-Friend Friday, the only Friday that phones his friends. That's a horrible, horrible title, catchphrase, whatever it is. It's terrible. We'll have our intern work on that, I guess. Anyways, we're gonna call up KPP in just a moment.
Please hold. Your call is important to us.
If you've never seen a Phone-a-Friend Friday, there's no way to describe what it is except in the title. I'm Greg. If you don't know me, if you like Avatar: The Last Airbender, I have a fairly successful podcast about it. We are turning off all alerts and all sound things and all of that. So from here on out, smooth sailing. Let's call up KPP. I promise next week we'll have a better intro. But for now, I thought that was off. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, KPP.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. Fancy. You picking up right around this time.
I know. I guess it was time for a friend to phone
To
me
be
up.
phoned. I was going to say,
Nailed
fancy running into you here. And then I realized I already made that joke. So I switched and I think I crushed it. What do you think, Brad?
Well done, Greg. Fucking killing it.
Yeah, that's right. I have a singular Brad sound.
There you go. I mean, all you need is one.
That's all you need is the one.
You know.
He basically says the same thing over and over again. So
Yeah. So it's just like him being here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, first of all, thank you so much for agreeing to be on Phone-a-Friend Friday. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. I am very, very excited. This is one of those episodes that was like months in the scheduling process. And I was just like, every time I was just kicking my feet and I was just like, oh, yes. And then it came and it's here and my caffeine's kicking in. How?
It's September.
I know. I messaged you forever ago. And
I'm scared that it's September.
I know, because that means it's almost October, and then it's almost November, then December, and then it's 2022.
We're just getting closer to the mortal coil, everyone.
Oh, man. Oh, closer. Each second of each day, each Friday passes, a new friend comes and goes.
One step closer to death. Oh, God, that's morbid. Are you happy you asked me to be on your show now?
I knew there was a reason why you're on here and why that metal song was just so you. I knew it. I had a feeling it was there.
Yeah. I do like metal, and I do like, I listen to a lot of alternative, and I listen to Screamo, and a lot of people think I think people think I just listen to like running through Daisy kind of music sometimes, and that's not what I usually listen to.
I figured it was maybe mostly, I don't know, Disney music for some reason.
I'm not a big Disney fan.
Really?
I don't love Disney. I like Lion King, and that's kind of like a hard stop. Like I'll watch Disney stuff, but I'm just not a big Disney person.
Interesting. I don't know why I assume. You know what? I think I know what it was. I think it was because, sorry, I'm multitasking right here. I'm not good at it. I think it was because when I first started watching your stream, you were being like super family friendly.
Yeah, because I thought that's what everybody did.
Yeah.
so
that's why.
Not the case.
That's the result now, is that you're just eternally a Disney fan and like a Disney, like not just a fanan, but let's just say fanatic. That's what it is in my brain because of that. I just
went to fanatic. Like I have a room in my house dedicated to Disney. There's memorabilia everywhere. It's who I am as a person.
Your stream room is actually just a green screen. You pull it down and it's just Disney everywhere.
It's just Mickey Mouse ears everywhere.
Everywhere. It was pretty funny. I didn't realize that I kind of had that thought until I started listening to Nocturne not too long ago. And I was just listening and like very heavy on the swearing, Miss KPP, which I was like, KPP doesn't swear ever. Not the one I know.
Swear like a sailor. I've always sworn.
Yeah.
Like I just did it on stream, and then I was like, oh, I get to play a character, and I was like, what do I want her to be? I'm like, she's gonna curse like, I don't curse as much as Briar did.
No.
But I do. I like the occasional like,
yeah.
Or,
yeah.
like all sorts of different fun words can add flavor to your conversation.
You can totally swear if you want, by the way. A lot of people ask. A lot of people assume that I too am family friendly. And I tell them to go himself. Go
wow.
Himself.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I guess I can't swear.
I think you are family friendly. That's what I'm that's what I'm thinking is happening here.
For fuck's sake. Okay, here we go. So enough of the chit chat. We have an agenda here. And by an agenda, I mean there is no real agenda. I'm going to put an agenda in front of you. We're going to loosely follow it.
Okay.
That's how this goes. For anyone who is new or maybe has not seen this before, I have 3 tabs open on my Chrome browser. And they are funny icebreakers for children, because they're just hilarious. This or that questions, where we can generate them randomly based off of categories of chat, mine, or KPP's choosing. And would you rather questions, which I just generate 5 at a time. And if we break the generator, we break it. That's just how it goes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm ready.
You're ready. You think? Hold on. I forgot what I called this file. Whatever. We can do it this way. So the first one, if you type in !FAF into the chat, you will get 5 categories that I just gave to KPP right here in our own little DM group here.
Okay.
They are as follows: content, sports ball, education and goals, favorites, and the Randalorian. Spoilers, the Randalorian, while it sounds like the Mandalorian, that's why I like it, it's very cute, is nothing to do with Star Wars whatsoever. It's a misnomer, which I just refuse to change because I forget to.
It's a play on words.
It's a pun, which is what I'm fairly known for across the podcasting world. So
I thought it was because you were family friendly. That's what I know you as. So
it strikes again.
You'll never escape it.
That was actually when close personal friend and constant collaborator Acorn Bandit and I we started up Avatar the podcast. The first cut was a lot of swears in it, and then Rob listened to it. He's like, "You're covering kind of a kids show. Do you want to keep those in there?" And we were like, okay. So if you listen to it, a lot were cut, but there were a few that couldn't. So we just put like a gong sound in it because we were like, that's close enough.
Rob, if we curse on Quantum Drive, he will put the word Bortus over curse words, and that makes me very happy.
That's funny. Okay, yeah, and if there's one thing I've learned too, is that if Rob has an idea, just listen and do it, because it's always right. It's always correct.
Rob is great at just like, I don't know, he's just like a podcast what's the word? Like somebody who's really good at stuff. I can't think. I went to a massage before I came here, so I'm like Zen brain.
Oh man, he is like a podcast genius, wizard, guru. Guru's a good one. We'll stick with that for sure. Okay, so here's what's gonna go. We have the 5 categories. KPP, you're gonna pick one category, and I'm gonna give chat a number range in which, in which to choose from, and then I ask you that question. You answer it, and maybe I answer it, and then we move on. That's the first segment right there in a nutshell.
Okay.
Also, if anyone wants to clear their throat, now is the time to do so.
Okay.
Yeah, just saying. All right. So, KPP, what category?
I like content because there's some leet speak in that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with content.
Content. All right. Chat 1 through 22. You decide.
Oh my God.
You decide. There's 22 in there. 13. Zelda is always quick on the trigger with this, and I always appreciate it. Number 13 is, what cartoon character do you wish was real?
Ooh.
It's a good one.
I like that this is icebreakers for children, right?
There's some that I have to like amend a little bit, because like one of them is like, what's your favorite class in school? And I'm like, well, dude, those days are gone.
I mean, you could ask and we could just pretend that I'm still in school, but
that's season 2 content right there, KPP. Don't give away season 2 content.
Don't want to spoil any of the upcoming season 2 stuff.
That's right.
Damn. Cartoons?
What cartoon character do you wish was real?
Damn. I just feel like, okay, I rewatched some of Doug recently. Doug does not hold up.
No?
However, No, it's weird and slow and kind of boring.
All right, fair enough.
I'm trying to think. All the shows I used to watch, like Rocko's Modern Life. There's a show called The Weekenders and Pepper Ann. I don't know if anyone's heard of these.
I remember Pepper Ann. I don't remember The Weekenders.
The Weekenders had a couple seasons. Honestly, I think my brain immediately went to Tino from The Weekenders, which is such a deep cut. Nobody's going to know what I'm talking about. But you know how some people have crushes on cartoons?
I remember this guy. I never watched this, but I remembered this guy.
I guess I would say probably Tino from The Weekenders.
Okay.
But if I'm going to do a more popular one, Max from a Goofy movie.
Oh, good old Max Goof.
Mm-hmm.
He was great. I think that the Goofy movie was just like tapping into children's like sexuality, because between well, not so let's say preteens, right? Because between Roxanne and Max Goof, I feel like they got most of the spectrum on there, right there between those two characters.
Yeah, Roxanne was pretty sultry.
Yeah, geez. Most Disney characters, I feel like, have curves that like it's just like in hindsight is now it's just like, why did you do that? She's like
what was
14.
Lola from Space Jam. Damn, she's just like,
yep.
She's a vixen. She's not a bunny. She's a vixen.
I mean, a bunny, but of a different definition, if you know what I mean. If you're catching the old Playboy reference, she could be Jessica Rabbit. Holy crap!
Yeah, Jessica Rabbit is literally a bombshell.
Yes. Goddamn. Yeah, that was like, I watched that movie when I was a kid, and I was just like, I want to marry her. I was like 7 or something. I want to marry her. Not knowing what any of that entails.
A boy can dream, right?
It's true. So what, besides thinking Max Goof is kind of cute, why do you want him to be real? Dance moves?
I don't have any good reason. I feel like, because then you get to hang out with Goofy too. And I feel like Goofy is kind of a sweetheart. But
he's a good dad. Goofy.
Yeah, he's a good dad. I have to admit, though, there's some heartbreaking moments in that movie when Goofy's just like realizes that Max tricked him, and just literally the depression that Goofy has when they go to that. It's not a weasel place.
Oh my God!
Shack they go to. I can't remember what it was called.
I don't remember what it's called either, but it was like kind of it. Not really, but it was the inspiration for Five Nights at Freddy's. It seems like just the same vibe.
100% has to be. Yeah, I've never actually thought about like cartoon characters I'd want to come to life, so I feel like I don't have a good reason as to why Max
that's fair.
And Tino from The Weekenders. I think it's just like my initial, like those are the ones that I thought of first, so there must be some sort of like they'd be cool to hang out with, I think. Yeah,
there you go. By the way, you're not helping your I don't watch a lot of Disney movies statement so far.
Because of a Goofy movie? That is Disney, isn't it?
Is The Weekenders Disney too? Or is it Nick?
Yeah, it is.
It is. See?
I watch Disney stuff. I don't love it. Okay.
Fair. Okay.
I love some of it.
All right.
Not all of it.
Okay. I've said this once before, and I'll say it a million times, and I won't change my answer. There's one cartoon character that I wish was real. Since Pokemon is a cartoon, I want Growlithe, the Pokemon, to be real, because I think he's so cute and cuddly, and he's a little fire type, and he's a doggy, and I just love him.
Oh, see, I didn't even think about that route of going with a kind of a pet one.
Yeah. Do you want to change your answer?
That's a good one. No, because I can't think of any. I mean, you know what? Pork Chop from Doug? Okay, I'll give some. Pork Chop was adorable, and I would hang out with Pork Chop from Doug, because by far the most interesting character is Pork Chop.
He's also a little like mischievous too, which is nice, you know? Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment
with Pork Chop.
Okay, now, chat, you get to pick a category 1 through 5 or by name if you want, and then I'm going to give KPP the number range. Is how that's going to work.
Don't mess this up, chat. This is important. Okay.
2 from Jedi, which is sports ball. So KPP 1 through 20.
Can I roll a dice for this?
You absolutely can.
Okay, hold on.
That's also kind of season 2 content, but you know.
Sorry, my bad. I'm just spoiling all the season 2.
I know, jeez. Who let you on?
I don't know. I mean, I think it was you.
Maybe.
All right, I got a D20. 16. That's like one of the highest rolls I ever get. So
and you wasted it on Phone-a-Friend. Now the dice is going to be like, that's it. I'm done.
Yep, I'm done for the year, y'all. Just expect bad rolling.
Are you good at bowling?
Am I good at bowling? Okay, I took a class in college, bowling, and I got a turkey in one of those classes. So I would say I have moderate luck with bowling, but I wouldn't say that I'm good at it. I think it really depends on the night and if the magic's in the air that night for me.
All right. I'm terrible at all sports, period. And I'm not. Bowling is not one of them. It was at the point where it was my third or fourth date with Mrs. Boost, and she thought I was letting her win. It was that bad. She was like, "You can at least try to hide it," and I was like,
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, totally. And then I just did worse after that. So, and then she married me. It took more convincing than my bowling skills, but we got there.
It worked out though. In the end, it worked out.
She probably saw my lack of upper body strength in terms of bowling, was just like, all right, this guy, if he ever tries anything, I can beat him up easy. There we go.
You gotta just weigh your options sometimes, and that might have been it. But yeah, like with bowling, it was one elective. I see someone asking about that, but yeah, it one credit, not one elective. It was one credit for a bowling class.
Must have been fun though, a fun class.
Yeah, you show up for an hour, you bowl, and then you get credit for it. So I thought it was a worthwhile class for me to take.
Yeah. All right. Now I get to pick the category, and I am going to go into a category that's not even listed because it's my show and I can break the rules however I want.
Holy crap. I didn't know this was going to happen.
There's hidden. Hold on. We can make this more exciting. Bump up the echo.
Hidden category.
That's not ominous at all.
Want to know what's more ominous about it? It's called personal. It's not terrible. I wouldn't.
It's when the hot goss.
It's the hottest of the goss. Period.
Hot goss. Ooh, everybody get your popcorn out.
All right, 1 through 6. Here's what we're gonna do. KPP, you're gonna pick an answer, you're gonna pick a number, and then Chat's gonna pick a number. We're gonna ask those two questions. So first, KPP, 1 through 16.
It's an ambush. I think it might be.
It's a trap.
I rolled an 8 for mine.
Oh, this one's real.
Oh God, now I'm nervous.
I'll ask it. And I don't think it's bad, but if you don't want to talk about it, because it could be, I don't know, some people just don't want to talk about this, then we can move on. Because we're nothing but, I can't remember the word. We'll just do that. What is your biggest fear?
Oh.
You might not want to talk about it. It might be triggering. I don't know.
Well, I have a couple big fears.
Okay. What is your biggest fear that you feel comfortable sharing with Phone-a-Friend Friday with Booster, your old friend Booster Greg?
How much time do we have?
Well, we have
turned into a therapy session.
Let me get my pen. Hold on.
Okay. So like this is the one that everybody knows. I have a reoccurring dream where I end up in the ocean and I get attacked by sharks. Now, dying by a shark is definitely a fear, but I know you're not asking about like those kind of fears. You're asking about like emotionally.
It doesn't matter.
What is your biggest fear?
Wait. Can we say it like this?
Emotionally, what is your biggest fear?
I mean, the robot's making me feel more comfortable.
That's what he's here for. He's called the Comfort Bot. That's what he does. He just makes you feel more comfortable.
Comfort Bot.
Yeah.
Comfort Bot 3000. I think for me, like, and I don't really care about sharing this or whatever, because like I like to think that I'm fairly an open book, and I'm not like, oh, here's my secrets. But I think for me, like, is if I die and I didn't make some sort of impact on the world and just kind of existed and didn't actually do anything good before I left.
Yeah, that's kind of mine too, actually.
I feel like
and heights. Hate heights.
Yeah. Getting attacked by a shark, big one for me too. And I'm trying to think I'm sure there's a bunch of other ones. I'm a fairly anxious person, so I'm sure I could find a bunch more. But I feel like that is a huge fear of just like living a life that's kind of meaningless and then looking back and going, what did I do with all that time? So
Yeah,
I think that's a fear. So I'm always motivated to not do that and hopefully focus my attention on the right things and the right intentions and end up doing something
that's all you can
that
do.
impacts somebody else.
Yeah, my that's one of my big ones. Heights is like the more common one. I'd never been really afraid of public speaking all that much. Like when I was in high school, I did, and then I just like not really. You get a little nervous in the beginning, but it's not like a fear.
Yeah.
But now
public speaking scares the crap out of me, and I've been very fortunate to do a panel at TwitchCon and like do some public speaking, and it's like I gotta like gear myself up for it. It's like pretty intense, the anxiety I get from those things.
Yeah, it was I did for a while, and then I got a job where it was speaking to a small group of people like pretty much every couple hours, and that kind of like was like dipping your toe in like the shallow end, and it was like, oh, this isn't so bad. You kind of like know how to work the crowd, and you kind of know like, you know, how to read them and make sure that you're doing a good job and they're entertained. And then I had to do the PAX East panel at the last PAX East, which was actually 2020, which was right before everything exploded. And that was me, PB, SK, and Rob. And that was like 250, 300 people, something like that. That was a little nerve wracking, but you know, we had my friends in the front row, and I was just like, okay, all right. The first joke I said, they all like cracked up, maybe a little too loud. It wasn't that funny of a joke, but like it worked. And I was like, all right, that's good.
It's what you needed.
Yes, exactly.
And like, sometimes it's like just getting over the initial hump of it. And I have that with a lot of things where it's like, oh, like it's more like the idea of starting it than actually doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that first initial, like, what do you say? And if it falls flat, it sets the tone for the entire hour, which is not great.
Well, I'm glad that it went well.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Next time, just kidding. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see.
I'm down. If everybody ever wants me for a panel, I'm down.
I would love it. I'm also kind of convinced that Rob only asked me because someone said no. I was like, yes, I'll take it. Last pick, still a pick, though. I'll take it.
Hey, don't think about you were probably top of the list.
Top of the bottom of the list. There we go.
Top of the list.
Okay, chat 1 through 16. Oh yeah, another big fear is that my baby daughter dies. That's a new one. It's pretty fun.
Oh, I've heard with parenting, like when you become a parent, that is like, that's what you focus on now. You're like, everything can go wrong, and I need to protect this child with every ounce of my being.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was you look at everything as the enemy, kinda. And you have to slowly like learn that everything is not the enemy, but some things could be. So that's kind of like how I wrapped my brain. Because like we brought her home and I looked at my dogs and I was just like, don't you go near this goddamn baby. You understand me? You hurt this baby, I can't save you. You're out.
You can just make an outfit of bubble wrap and set them free.
Bubble wrap the baby.
Set them free.
And then well, fortunately, we didn't have to do anything because Rusty, who is like the wildest, is super like aware of where she is and like very mindful for once in his goddamn life of his body.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we dodged a bullet with that one, which is really good. Okay. So it was number 3, which is what's your sign? Your astrological sign.
This is a complicated question because my birthday falls on the cusp between Pisces and Aquarius, so I don't know who I am. I don't know what my star sign is, and I don't even know if I exist.
Did it even? I feel like they changed at one point. I feel like
my entire childhood depend on which newspaper you picked up, which back of a Better Homes and Gardens you flip to. It was like my birthday just is on either or, so I don't actually know what my sign is. I'm a water sign, but I'm not sure which one. So I'm a rogue, I guess.
Rogue water. Interesting. That should be the name of a beverage of some kind. Rogue water.
Rogue water.
I'm looking up mine because now I'm not even sure what mine is. Okay, I'm definitely an Aquarius. I can't
there you
even
go.
There we go.
We're both water babies.
Water babies.
We're water babies.
Water babies afraid of sharks. There you go.
Checks out.
I feel like a lot of not all, but a lot of my friends who are content creators are like within the January range in terms of birthdays. December through February, I feel like. And it's just kind of like weird. Like I never really like thought about that. And then I was talking to Rob about it and I was like, holy crap, there's a lot of babies in January that are making content now.
Yeah.
I wonder what that is.
I was a February kid and I feel like I don't know, maybe just winter babies from that time frame are just like gotta make stuff.
Yeah.
It's my calling.
Okay, we're moving on. We got time. I'm thinking of mine, looking at the clock. Here we go. Next segment is this or that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 categories to choose from. This is going to be completely unseen. So chat 1 through 8, and then I'm going to generate the question. 7 from Gothic Mess. 7. Bum, bum, bum. Is this one? Okay, this one is kids. And I guess it's this or that. A doctor or a garbage man? This or that.
What are they doing? Like, what's the point?
I think it's so we'll say
just picking?
Just pick one. Let's say this is a this or that for your profession.
Oh.
Let's say that.
You know, I don't like blood and I don't like garbage. So both of these are going to be bad for me, but I could be a specific kind of doctor where, I would probably pick doctor.
Okay. What final factoid did you think of, or final like I don't know, part of the job that was like, not garbage man, doctor?
Not garbage man, doctor. Well, I have a degree in psychology, and I'm like, hey, I could get a doctorate in psych, and I could just be a therapist person, and I could hopefully help some people.
I went kind of the opposite route, where I was like, I feel like I'll get paid a good amount to be a garbage man, and I could do the least amount of damage to someone as a garbage man.
Yeah, the stakes are pretty high, and like when you're a doctor, you can ruin some people's lives. But if you're a garbage man, it is a little bit less stress. But
although,
you know, I mean, garbage people deserve a lot more credit than they get. They do a lot of stuff, and I'm very grateful for the garbage men in my neighborhood.
Yes. Otherwise, we'd just be living on top of garbage all the time.
No, thank you.
Or worse yet, and I don't know why this is worse yet. If you live in a town, and there are some around Massachusetts that do not have a trash pickup service, you have to bring your trash to the dump, which is not great, in my opinion. I'd just like to get it out. Just be gone, trash. Take it away, mystical garbage man.
Yeah, I grew up in New England, and we had to drive our trash to the dump, and that sucked. And I'm very glad that I just have to wheel a bin down to the end of the road, be like, hey, take my trash, please, and I can wheel it back.
Thank you. Sometimes you just wave at them as they go by, and they go, oh, God damn, how do they have so much trash? Again. It's only 2 and a baby. How do they have this much trash? Like,
babies make a lot of trash.
That's true. We used to have this problem where we would fill up our recycling and not our trash, but we just both bring them out. And now we're kind of getting to the other end of the spectrum where our recycling, because we have no money, so we can't order Amazon packages. So we'd have less cardboard to recycle versus diapers. So many diapers all the time.
The tides have changed.
Yes. And then it'll go back the other way once we get out of diapers. Or there's going to be this weird mid-ground, I think, where it's going to be just both overflowing all the time, which I'm not looking forward to. KPP 1 through 8.
1 through 8? Let me see. 7.
7. We already had a 7.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. I rolled the dice. 6.
6. Boom. Okay. Always have dry eyes or always have a runny nose?
Dry eye. I already have dry eye all the time. I would hate it if I had a runny nose all the time.
I'm with you.
I will have desert eyes if it means that my nose is not running the entire time.
Yeah. I feel like you can't get anything done with runny nose. Like, at least with dry eyes, I feel like you could, I don't know, like have a phone conversation with someone or just talk to someone without being, I don't know, interrupting them every 4 seconds with a...
Yeah, also that I feel that sinus pressure and I
Oh,
hate
yeah.
it. But maybe that doesn't go with it. Maybe that's just me adding that.
Or, I mean, maybe, but here's also something else that you're not going to be getting. That like gross, remember, like, little kids get like the dry boogers on their upper lip. You're not going to have to worry about that because your nose won't be runny ever because you have dry eyes.
I hope as an adult that I wouldn't allow that to happen.
But if it's runny like so much,
I know. You just stop caring at some point.
You just
give up. You're just like, yeah, this is how I am. Okay, accept it.
This is my existence. It's miserable.
This is who I am.
Just a snot goatee.
Oh God, ew.
Oh, it's wonderful. All right, I'm gonna pick number 2, and then it's gonna say, would you rather, or this or that, because you have would you rather next segment. Earn or spend? Let's say, what do you like doing more, earning or spending?
I'm a textbook workaholic.
Yeah,
it's how I cope with things. But I don't know. I'm spending. I tend to very much weigh a lot of things and make sure I'm like, is this a good decision? And neither of them sound that fun. I feel like spending's technically more fun if you're just kind of like, I'm gonna go get some fun things. I don't know. I guess I'd say spending because I mean, I work a lot. I could go to Costco. Yeah, I could go spend some money at Costco.
Here you go. I'm spending. I don't have to think about it. But
yeah,
I just don't like how they're so tied together.
Yeah, it's very yin and yang.
It is. Okay, that's it for that segment. We got pretty deep in that segment. I like it. What I like about Phone a Friend Friday, if I do say so myself, is you never know what you're gonna get for questions, which means you don't know what kind of like vibe you're gonna get from the episode. So I've been really enjoying our conversation. So again, thank you.
You're not like, God, this is just
oh my God, this is terrible.
God,
how much time do we have
done?
left? Oh my God. Internally, just kidding. Would you rather questions 1 through 5? KPP, go.
Let's go 5.
Number 5. Would you rather never get angry or never get jealous?
Never get jealous.
Why?
Because I'm not inherently a very angry person.
Yeah.
I feel like jealousy is kind of tied into anger though, a little bit.
I mean, you can get angry. Yes, you're right. Like you can get jealous and then get angry, but you can also get angry without getting jealous.
I feel like jealousy.
Yeah.
Just because like, I just feel like it's such an icky feeling. Anger is too, but I just feel like jealousy stems from a different place of unworthiness.
Yes. Yeah. Because this is also kind of where my brain went. If I never get angry, how can I like monopolize that skill? And it's just working retail. You just be really good at working retail. And I've done that. I'm done. I'm done with smiling, being, and not getting angry when someone's like screaming at me. So
yeah, customer service folks do get a bad end of the stick. Is that a saying?
Yeah, it is now. Get the short end of the stick.
The short end of the stick. That's what it is. That end works too. I mean, nobody wants the bad end of the stick.
No, that's like the worst one. It's like it gives you a splinter. And
I know.
Sometimes it's a little singed, so it leaves like a little like soot or ash on your hand. It's just weird.
Bad end of the stick, y'all.
Bad end. It also kind of smells like poop a little bit. Bad end.
Why is there poop on your stick?
Because you had to poke the poop to see if it was poop or fur. If it was fur covered poop or an animal. There you go. I got there.
All right. I think
also
Greg's got some hobbies that I don't. But
when we were children and playing out in yards and stuff, we used to pick up poop with sticks because we didn't want to step on it.
That's fair. That's valid.
It didn't work because it just split the poop in half. But we were trying.
Innovation starts somewhere, and I am proud of you as a child.
Thank you. I will let him know if I ever talk to him because of time travel.
Someday.
Do you ever? Here's a tangent that my ADHD brain is going to take us down. Do you ever think that time travel could be real, and B, if it is, have you already met yourself and you don't know it because you don't recognize what you look like as an older human?
I don't know what if as an older person could time travel, what I would do. I think that's such a complicated question because I think I would go back and change some things. And that if I went back, I'd probably see myself as a kid versus as an adult. So I probably wouldn't recognize myself. So I don't know. I don't think I've visited myself yet, if that's the case.
Yeah. I just always kind of wonder, it's like, I don't know, maybe I just watch too many time travel things in general, I think. But I'm always just like, what if I did? And I just don't remember it because it was such, like, as a child or as a kid, or even as a teenager, just such a, like, inconsequential thing. And, like, my older self is just like, what year is it? We have to go back. We have to stop you from doing something. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever, old man. What do you know, oldie?
So pretty much like Back to the Future.
Yeah. I'm
kinda.
Doc Brown and Marty in my own
You're
Back
both
to
at the same
Future.
time.
Whoever
Time
said
travel's-
streamers are narcissistic, I don't know what they're talking about.
Well, you did just put yourself into Back to the Future, so there might be some validity to it.
There's no other actors or people besides the originals that could do it justice. Clearly.
I have a feeling, and this is my prediction for like 2023, they're going to remake Back to the Future
100%.
and everyone's going to be really mad.
Yes, absolutely. And it's going to be, I'm going to say Tom Holland as Marty. That's what I'm going to say right now.
Okay, we've predicted it, y'all. That means in what, 2 years?
2 years.
Not that long away.
In 2 years.
We're going to show that we're clairvoyant.
Yep. And if it doesn't happen, I will delete this VOD and we'll be like, what are you talking about? What are you, what prediction? Crazy.
I just feel like it's got to happen soon. They're taking too much beloved content and going, hey, let's throw it at the wall again and see what happens.
Or it'll be a continuation and not a reboot. Like what they're doing with Ghostbusters, which I'm more okay with. I'm okay with a continuation. And if it has to be one of the two, continue the story.
How can they continue it after 3 though? We all saw 3.
Well, 3 doesn't exist because not because it was terrible. Because wait, do you mean Back to the Future 3 or Ghostbusters 3? I'm confused.
Back to the Future 3.
Back to the Future 3. How could they continue it? Someone's kid.
I mean, I guess.
Someone's kid finds the DeLorean. Oh, the DeLorean was beat. No, someone's kid finds the DeLorean, but it's an alt future DeLorean.
I hope it's all the kids from Stranger Things because that seems to be popular.
Yes, that's what they're doing for Ghostbusters. They got Finn Wolfhard in for the new Ghostbusters. So yeah, just get.
Is his last name Wolfhard?
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. Someone keep me honest.
I believe you. I'm looking it up.
Do you do that too? Where you're like,
know that.
you know a fact, and then someone goes, "Is that is?" And you're like, "Oh my god, is it?" But
no,
you know.
I've seen his name before, but I've never heard it spoken aloud, and so it like broke my brain a little bit. I think a little classic brain break.
Brain Wolford, good old, of the Boston Wolfords.
The Boston. I can't even. I'm done. I'm gonna hang it up. My career, everything.
There we go. All right, chat 1 through 5, go. It is Finn Wolfhard.
Yeah, it's definitely Finn Wolfhard.
1. Would you rather eat dog food or cat food with every meal?
Both of these suck. Okay. I guess I'm more apt. I don't eat meat and I'm trying to reintroduce some things. I'm trying to eat more fish. So I feel like because of that, I would probably go with cat food because it's more like fish.
Also, it's interesting that your brain went to like canned cat food and dog food and not like, or did you think canned cat food and then like kibble dog food?
No, I thought about how there's both. Okay. I also thought about the treats you can get and as well as but kibble?
It's probably just very dry.
All right.
I've never had it, though.
When I was a kid,
yeah,
we had
here we
dog treats from, I think it was okay, back east, it was BJ's wholesale and not Costco yet. So went to BJ's, which sounds so bad now that I'm an adult. But got the big dog treats and my sister and I both tried one of these like little dry square dog treats. And like the top thing was like liver or something in it. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't good. But dog food, been there, done that. I'd bring on the cat food.
Dog treats seem like, I don't know. They seem the ones that I like, the pepperonis seem very close to Slim Jims. And every day I feel like I get a little bit closer to being like, maybe I'll give it a nibble. And then
if there's a zombie apocalypse, would you eat a dog? Would you eat dog food or dog treats and stuff?
I don't think it's out of the question.
I don't think so either. I think we'd all get to a point where it's like, we're going to have to eat the dog food, y'all.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do this.
Yeah. I think that with some exceptions, it's mostly cat food that you see people eating in zombie apocalypses. I feel like the can, with like the fish label on it.
I think the fish thing just seems more palpable than like mystery meat beef chunks, which then you also need to think about like, oh, the dogs deserve better quality food than they're getting.
There is no like FDA for dog food.
I know. When
terrifying.
we had Kodo, I did like tons of research and tried to get him like the best quality dog food, because I was like, they have to eat this like most of the time, like all the time. Like I'd rather it taste good and be from a good source than, Jerry's kibble from down the street.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what I did. I did like a lot of research, and both of my dogs are on, well, one's on prescription food and the other one just farts a lot. So we have limited options for that. But I was like, oh, like we'll look at it, and like, Blue Buffalo was like the big healthy one at that point, and then there was a whole recall on it. I was like, well, I'm glad she's not eating that. And now I just like asked the vet, and I'm just like, the vet knows more than me about these things. I'm not gonna like go down another rabbit hole on the internet and just be like, well, they say farmer's dog for this, which is 15 bags for or $15 for 2 meals, and it's like,
I know the better quality ones are more expensive.
If I was rich, just like filet mignons for the dogs raw all the time. There you go. But fortunately,
all the time, doggies are great, and they deserve special yummy.
Yeah, they get peanut butter every day. So
that's more than I get. So
I know
that's awesome.
I don't get peanut butter every day. So yeah. Okay, so let's move on to the final segment, because time is getting down there, and this is from my Discord. We have a channel that's called the Phone-a-Friend Forum. I'm a big fan of alliteration. We have a couple questions in here. The first one comes from Keeps, and Keeps asks, what are your must-buys from Costco that aren't necessities like toilet paper?
Ooh, okay. See, this is a
big one.
Do we have time like for me to go through my entire Costco list? Because buckle up, everybody. Costco is like my favorite store just because you get new products all the time. So things that I generally don't need that I'll end up buying, that's not like toilet paper or hand soap or something like that. They've got some sort of special dessert thing, I'm probably gonna buy it. Like I got chocolate lava cakes the other day, and they were like brownies, but you put them in the microwave. They were really good. So I got those. I do get kombucha a lot. I don't know if that's considered like a standard store buy thing though. But yeah, like dessert things that I don't need, I will always probably get reeled in and buy some sort of specialty dessert that Costco just has, and then I want it.
I never went to Costco's as a child, and I don't really have a membership now, but we went to BJ's, which is like the same thing. And their muffins were to die for. And I know the double entendre, the BJ's and the muffins, but their muffins were huge. And
I'd like to point out my mind did not go there. So
well,
it's everybody else.
It's everybody else, or even worse, it's just me.
No, the muffins from Costco also have a reputation of being delicious, but they're too big.
That's why they're so good.
You have to buy 2 packs though. So it's just Mark and I. And like, I don't need 12 Costco sized muffins. Like I will enjoy it, but like, I don't need 12 huge ass muffins just hanging out in my house.
It'll get to the point where you're just sick of muffins. You're trying to make things out of the muffins, like muffin casserole, or like
honestly, it's just like, what do we put it in tonight? I don't know, because there's like another 8 more after this.
Freeze them. I don't know if they would be as good after you freeze them though.
I mean, the thing is though, is like Costco specifically like you can't buy just one tray of 6. You have to buy 2.
Yeah.
And they do that with a lot of their pastries. So I don't end up getting a lot of pastries there because I don't want, wholesale pastries in my house. But freezing muffins, actually, my husband freezes his muffins for breakfast. So I think it actually would work. That's a good idea.
That is a good idea. If I ever get a BJ's or Costco membership, I might actually do that. And I'll do a full YouTube video review of the frozen versus fresh muffin. I say that, but it'll probably, maybe not. Maybe it'll happen.
Waiting on bated breath. Honestly, no, I really would like, if you did that, I'm clicking on it immediately and watching it. Anything to do with Costco and any sort of food review, I'm like, that's my bread and butter.
Well, maybe now I have a reason to go get a membership.
Just for me, just because I want to watch it.
Okay. So the next question comes from our friend HG, aka Hyrule Girl 9. I can never say Hyrule Girl without like some sort of, I don't know, slur, like my voice slurring. But what is the best type of shark?
Ooh, that's a good question. Okay, I know about all different kinds of sharks. I like as a kid, I was afraid of them, but I looked into them a lot. Like I studied them and I learned a lot about them. Bull sharks are cool because they can adapt to fresh water for a bit, and that's horrifying. My tiger sharks are cool. I've always liked hammerheads, but I feel like one of my favorite sharks is just like the great white, because there's nothing that compares to those creatures in the sense that they're large, they're powerful, and their presence alone is awe-inspiring. But there's like lots of different fun little sharks too. Yeah. Like there's cookie cutter sharks. Has anyone ever heard of a cookie cutter shark?
No, I just imagine it's a cookie cutter that is a shark shape. What it does,
they're little sharks.
Okay.
And what they do is they latch on to other creatures and their mouths are circles and they bite circle chunks out of other creatures.
That is terrifying.
That is that's kind of like a piranha level. Like in a horror movie, if they just introduce like you fall into a vat of cookie cutter sharks, no thank you. So yeah, there's a lot of different sharks out there. There's some like gentle, like I've heard nurse sharks are also more docile and they're kind of cute. But I think the first thing is like great whites just have something about them that speaks to me.
Yeah, it's that old Steven Spielberg marketing campaign, aka the movie Jaws. Great whites.
Which ruined my life as a kid, but that I fully embrace now.
Fair. The next one comes from Tay-Tay, our good friend Taylor Wift.
Tatler.
I call them Tay-Tay. That's how I refer to them for the rest of my life. Anyways, they ask, have you seen the movie The Matrix?
I have. I think I've seen all of them.
Wow.
Up to the third one.
Wow. I was not expecting that. I was expecting you to say no, and then it's coming up on an episode of Katie hasn't seen that, where you get all your podcasts. Period! !
Yeah, no, that's one I have seen. I've seen The Matrix. Like, I posted in my Discord recently because a lot of people go, Katie, what movies have you seen? Because it seems like you haven't seen any, and so. I was like working out and I still have a bookshelf of DVDs. So I took a picture of the DVDs I still have and I posted it in Discord so people could see what movies I owned on DVD and at least get a better idea of like, hey, Katie's seen some stuff, but I've seen like weird, obscure stuff and mixed in with some very popular things. But I think I've seen some stuff that's a little bit more off the wall. But I've seen The Matrix. I haven't seen the new trailer for the new one though.
Man.
I live on the internet, but I'm like blissfully unaware of everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I've dissected that, and by me I mean PB did, and I was just along for the ride in DMs. She's like, this, and I was like, yes. My brain just expanding with every screenshot.
I mean, I know a lot of people are super excited for Kanunu to be back and get I don't know, like I don't even know where they're going with the story. I probably am in need of a rewatch of the first 3.
Yeah, I started rewatching the first one last night, and I'm gonna like take my time with it. And I'm gonna stop at like 20-30 minute intervals and just think about it and just see where my brain goes, which is probably not great because it can be a wild west.
Yeah. Well, hey, if it's something you enjoy, go for it and like enjoy that journey back through. I mean, honestly, the nostalgia from it. I watched them, but I wonder if they'll hold up if I watch them again. Maybe I should do a Katie rewatches that and see how I feel.
Katie has seen that again. There you go. Keep it all in the marketing. I have bad marketing ideas. Never listen to any marketing things that I ever say. They're all terrible. By terrible, I mean awesome. So you decide.
I'm sure there's a lot of gems in there. We all have some flops every now and then.
One or two rattling around in there. Actually, hold on. I'm going to send this to you right now. Then we're going to end the call. And chat can't see this because it's a surprise for chat. But this is where my brain is right now. I've sent it to a few people.
Well, honestly, I need to know more.
All right, and that's it. That's time. We're actually a little overtime, I think. But anyways, Katie, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I really appreciate it. I had so much fun just chatting about nonsense for the past 40-ish minutes, maybe a little more.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm glad we were able to connect for FONE-a-FRIEND Friday.
Yeah, and since we're very professional here, why don't you tell everyone about all the things that you do on the internet?
I do a lot of things.
It's true.
Right now, I stream over on my channel at KatiePetersPlays. We do a lot of fun stuff, sci-fi and horror. And then we also, I have a podcast on the Geek Generation Network, which is on the same network that Greg's on. Katie hasn't seen that, where I watch all the movies I should have seen by now, but haven't. And then I tell you what I think. And also I'm on Quantum Drive with Rob, where we talk about every episode of The Orville ever. Right now, I'm on a tabletop show tomorrow, every Saturday over on Roll For It, where I play, I don't want to say an evil therapist, but I'll just leave that for interpretation. It's been a really great show. It's called Mage.
Just a not good therapist.
Not a good therapist. Controversial, if you will. And then my Twitter is just Play Katie Play. I got the YouTubes and the Discords and the Instagrams. And that's me.
All right. Well, I'm going to hang up on you very abruptly, but thank you again. KPP, everyone. Bye. You don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're playing Gears of War 1 with TV's Casey right after this short break.